Hi, everyone. I'm Lauri Ledley, founder and president of Valley Sleep Center. I'm also a personal sleep coach, and I'm sure that many of you are probably thinking, I can't do yoga. I'm not good at yoga. Well, I'm here to tell you that I thought that too. Did you know that you could do yoga just laying on your bed or on your couch? I was really, really blessed when a girlfriend of mine, when I had breast cancer, came to my home after my double mastectomy, after my first chemo, and I literally could barely even walk to the bathroom. And she guided me through the most beautiful yoga meditation, and it was so healing for me. So I'm here to encourage all of you that you don't have to be a master at yoga, and that's why we call it practice. All you need is your mat, some blocks, maybe a strap. Just grab your equipment and meet me on the mat. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whoever. I know this is a worldwide audience, so welcome. All right, so you can see here I have a mat. I have a couple of blocks. You can order these on Amazon. Uh, these are really great for modifications. I do a lot of modifications because of all of my surgeries. I've also had two back surgeries, so anyone can do this. All right, let's begin. All right, so today, can everyone hear me okay? I'm trying the headphones. We're going to start on our mats, okay? So go ahead and just lay down with your head at the back of your mat, your feet open wide, just flopped open. Your hands are facing up just to receive. And then I just want you to go ahead and start to bring your attention to your breath. All right, again, laying on your back with your eyes closed. Your feet flop open wide. Feel the root of your tailbone down into the floor, the earth, or the bed, wherever you are. Palms open wide to receive. And just start to notice your breath. And then if you want, you can take one hand and place it on your belly, the other hand over your heart. And then just start to feel the rise of your abdomen as you inhale and the fall of it as you exhale. Relax the shoulders down into the earth. And you want to inhale at the count of 3 and exhale to the count of 3. Some people have bigger lung capacity, so you might want to do 4. But just go ahead and take a deep breath, counting at what works for you, exhaling as what works for you, and just coming into this yogic breath, inhaling from the bottom of the lungs, exhaling from the top to the bottom. A few more here. And then on your next inhale, I want you to bend your right knee and bring your knee into your chest or your shoulder. You can clasp your hands around the knee and just gently pull. This shouldn't hurt. Some people will only be here. Some people will be up here in the shoulder. You can also use your elbow to grab that knee if you have the flexibility. And then just circle out your ankle in both directions. Remembering that yogic breath. Inhale And exhale. Maybe on your exhales, you can pull in a little more. Just opening up those hips. You can even grab the knee and kind of rotate the hip around. Just do some circles. Just bringing some energy into the hips. And then maybe go the other direction. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. And then one more time, hug it in. Feel that stretch. And the hip flexor feels so nice, doesn't it? One more inhale here. And then on your exhale, go ahead and extend that leg back down on the mat. Notice that that leg feels a little bit longer. The right leg is a little longer than the left. So let's even that out now. Bring the left knee, bend it, bring it into your chest, abdomen, or shoulder, whatever your flexibility is, and just hug it in as tight as you can. You should not feel any sharp pain. If you feel pain, just back off. It just feels like a nice stretch. We're just lubricating that hip joint, bringing blood flow and life into that joint. Again, you can grab it with the crease of your elbow if you want. Hugging it in, circling out the ankle. Make sure you go in both directions. And then take that knee across and open it up. Let's circle out the hip. And then go in the other direction. And then bring it back in, hug it in tight. You might notice that it's a little bit closer to your chest or shoulder. Just feel that stretch, breathing into it, inhaling. Exhaling, pull it closer. Inhale. And on your next exhale, just extend the leg back out, letting the feet just flop open wide. And just noticing that energy. Maybe you feel a little more rooted down into the mat, the bed, the floor. Your hands again are open wide to receive. And let's go ahead and repeat that. Bring the right leg in, hug it in. And then you might want to just stack it, stack the knee over the chest. You can also keep it hugged in, but we're going to do a twist. So with the left hand, I want you to grab the right knee and just twist this over to the left. And then I want you to cactus out the right arm. Now, some of you may not have that flexibility. You can just place your arm straight. You just want to try to keep that shoulder down on the mat. It doesn't necessarily matter how far you twist. I just want that shoulder down on the earth, okay? And you're going to look right, and you're going to inhale. And then on your exhale, you might twist a little more. And inhaling, exhaling, twist. A couple more here. And then inhale, exhale, go ahead and come back onto your back. Extend the right leg out. Bring your right hand down to your side. And now we're going to repeat that same thing on the left. Bring the left knee into your shoulder, abdomen, or chest. And again, you can Do a 90-degree with your leg, and then grab with your right arm your left knee and twist. Bending the left arm like a cactus, looking left. Inhaling. Exhaling, twist. Keeping that right shoulder down. Again, if you don't have the flexibility to cactus the arm, just bring it out straight. Extend it straight. Twists are very detoxifying. Just twisting it all out, letting it go. If your mind starts to wander, just come back to that yogic breath. Inhaling to the count of 3 or 4. Exhaling to the count of 3 or 4. Inhale. Exhale. Letting it all go. And then on your next inhale, exhale, coming back onto your back, letting it all go, palms open wide to receive. Just noticing the energy flowing through your body. You might feel some tingling in places. Just notice it. Try to breathe into it. And then on the next inhale, I want you to give yourself a big hug. Bring the knees in. You might only be able to grab here. That's okay. Just whatever your flexibility is, just trying to keep that tailbone long. Hug your knees in. Some people might be able to come all the way in. I cannot. I don't have that flexibility. You want to keep that tailbone down on the ground. So just grab your knees, your ankles, whatever you can. You might only be able to grab back here, back of the thighs. That's okay too. And then bring those cactus arms back out again, both of them at the same time. And we're just going to do some windshield wipers. So with our knees, we're going to go right. We're going to look left, coming back up on the exhale. And then on the inhale, twist to the other side. Sorry, inhaling, coming up. Inhaling in the neutral. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling, come onto your back. Exhaling, twist to the left, look right. Inhaling, come on your back. Exhaling, look left. Twisting right. One more to each side. Doesn't that feel good? It's a little low back massage. And then coming back to neutral, I want you to grab your knees if you're able and just rock yourself up into a seated position. Some of you may not be able to do that. You can just push yourself up. But basically, you can grab the back of your legs, the front of your legs, and just rock yourself up to a seated position. Whew. How's everybody feeling? All right, just kind of notice your breath and how you feel. Notice that energy flowing through your body. And then bring your hands to heart center. Just kind of come to a calm breath here. Some of you may be a little bit winded after that. Just inhaling, exhaling. Focus on the crown of your head going up towards the ceiling so that you have a straight spine, the root of the tailbone into the earth. And just feel that air. It's like it's flowing right from the root of your head down the crown of your head to the root of your spine. All right, and then on your next inhale, I want you to take a big deep breath, arms open wide, and looking up. Bring your hands into prayer. Exhale, heart center. Again, inhaling, arms open wide. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling, arms open wide. Hands in prayer. Reaching up, and then exhaling, heart center. All right, and now we're going to do some side bends. So inhaling, arms up. Exhale, bring your right hand down on the outside of your buttocks or thigh. And then I want you to reach up with the left arm straight up and over. Not this, straight up and over. Just feeling that stretch along the left side under your armpit, all the way down to your hip. Just reach. Inhaling for length, exhaling. You should get a little bit more stretch. We'll do 3 breaths here. One more. And then on your next inhale, bring that right arm back up to meet the left. In prayer, looking up. Left arm is going to go down. Inhale, reach, feeling that nice stretch along the right side body. Again, you don't want to crunch. You don't want to crunch. Just feel the stretch. Just resist. Feeling that stretch from the armpit all the way down to the hip area. Just lengthen the crown of the head up and over. A couple more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, bring the left hand up to meet the right in prayer with your arms looking up. Your eyes are gazing up, feeling that stretch. And then this time we're going to do some twist. So we're going to bring the hands down to heart center. Inhaling, arms open wide again. Hands in prayer up to the sky. And then we're going to bring both hands down on the outside of the right knee, thigh, buttocks, whatever feels good. You're going to look right. Take an inhale. Reach the crown of the head up. And exhale, look over your right shoulder. Whatever your flexibility is, just let it happen. It shouldn't hurt. Inhale. Exhale, looking over that right shoulder. Couple more breaths here. And then inhale, bring your hands back up into prayer, up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, over to the left. Your hand can be on the mat, on your knee, on your thigh, looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling for length, remember the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands up to meet in prayer to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, so we're going to put all that together in a little bit of a flow. So hopefully you guys all remember. We're going to go a little faster. Don't feel like you have to keep up, but if you can, great. All right, so again, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands, heart center. 2 more. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Hands up. Meet in prayer. Hands at heart center. All right, this time we're going to do the side bends. Inhale, exhale, reaching over towards the right. Inhale, hands up in prayer. Exhale, side bending to the left. Inhale, hands and heart prayer up to the sky. Exhaling, twist over to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Both hands down. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, how'd you guys do? We're going to do that again one more time now that you know what to do, all right? So big inhale up, hands up to the sky in prayer, hands at heart center. Again. This is a seated flow, okay? So we'll work our way into some standing flows in weeks to come, but I want to get you guys comfortable with the flow. One more. Hands up in prayer. Exhale, side bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands in prayer. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist, looking left. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, just come back to your breath. Notice it's a little rapid. You might be feeling your heartbeat. Just focus on your breath. Let's just try to calm the heart. If your mind is wandering, just bring it back to your breath. All right, so now we're going to do a forward bend. So just bring your hands down to your knees. Make sure your back is nice and straight. And then I just want you to walk your hands forward just as far as you can go. Some people might just be able to go here. The trick is to keep that back flat as possible. I don't want you curving, okay? So keep that. Just go ahead and just do a forward fold as far as you can go. You can also use your blocks, okay? You can use a pillow, a couch cushion. Some people might only be able to forward fold a little bit. You can kind of forward fold over that couch cushion, but again, I want you to try to keep that back flat. You can use your arms, your forehead. Just forward fold. Some of you may be able to go all the way down to the floor. I cannot, but just go ahead and reach forward as far as you can. You can also put your forehead down on the blocks and breathe. Just feeling that stretch from the back of the neck all the way down to the spine. You also might feel it in your hip flexors. And then just breathe. Couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, just walk your hands back up. And then we're going to go ahead and turn and come into tabletop. All right, so tabletop is you're on all fours. You want to make sure that the joints are stacked. So hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, and you want to get your feet flat on the mat. Okay, so this is tabletop, and we're going to do some cat-cows. All right, so on an inhale, you're going to drop the belly and look up. And then on the exhale, you're going to curve the spine like a cat. If you can't get your feet flat on the mat, that's okay. Just curl your toes. I sometimes have trouble doing that because I get a cramp. So it's okay. Inhaling, look up, cow. Exhaling, cat. This should feel really good. And then just do some at your own pace. Inhaling, exhaling. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come back to a neutral spine. You can circle out the hips here, going one direction and then the other direction. And then come back to neutral. And then I really want you to think about engaging your core here. Belly button to the spine, tailbone is reaching long, head is reaching long. Feel the energy from your wrists to your elbows up to your shoulders. Just kind of lift and engage that core. All right. So on the next inhale, I want you to take your right arm forward and like you're shaking someone's hand. But I need you to keep this tight here, okay? This is a really great core exercise. If you have back pain, it will help your back get stronger. Some of you may only be able to do this, and that's okay. But if you're ready, go ahead and extend your left leg straight back, keeping those hips square to the mat. You're shaking someone's hand. This will be really hard for some of you. If you can only go to here, that's fine. But this takes a lot of core, okay? Inhaling and then exhaling down. All right, so we'll try the other side. Again, root down, make sure you have that core engaged. Feel the strength of your shoulders, your lats engaging here, okay? And then bring your left arm forward like you're going to shake someone's hand. Keep your gaze down. Make sure your feet aren't doing this. You want them behind your knees, straight back, okay? And again, if this is all you can do, stay here. And then if you can, inhale the right leg back, keeping your hip down, square to the mat. You can take a couple inhales here. This is very difficult. And then exhale, come back down. All right. Should we try one more? All right, inhale. Exhale. Left arm forward, right leg back. And then down. All right, and then I want everyone to just come down into Cobra. So walk your knees back a little bit. If you're tall, you may not have to if you're not. And then just lower yourself down, keeping your elbows in next to your chest. Forehead comes down to the mat. You want your feet flat on the mat, and you want your hands right next to your chest. You guys can see me, right? Okay, good. So you want your fingers spread wide. And then on the next inhale, you're going to push up. Keep your elbows like cricket arms. Push up. Just go as slow as you can. Some people might only be able to go here. That's fine. But if you have the flexibility, keep the belly button to the spine and push all the way up if you can. Inhaling, exhaling, come down. This is Cobra. Let's do one more of those. Inhale. And then exhale. All right. And then on your next inhale, come back into tabletop. Again, stacking the knees under the hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists. And then on your next inhale, I want you to bring the right. I think I lost you guys for a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm back. All right. So we're in a forward lunge, right? So my knee is stacked over my ankle. And then you want to feel this in your hip flexor on the left side. The weight should be in the front foot, your right foot. Feel that weight and then just lean forward. You can use the blocks, you can use your knee. We just want to stretch out that hip flexor on the left. Feels so good. Okay, and then if you have the flexibility and you're ready, you can inhale your arms up in prayer. And just breathe here. You are a beautiful warrior. Exhale, bring your hands down to the inside of that right foot. Now, I have blocks because it's difficult for me to get all the way down to the mat. If you have the flexibility, you can bring your hands down to the mat. I like to use blocks, but what you want is the knee as close to that shoulder or elbow or arm as you can. Just kind of like resist each other. This is called lizard, okay? And just feel that stretch. Sometimes I start out with my block tall and then I drop it down to make it so I can get a better stretch. And again, some of you might be able to put your hands inside your foot. I don't have that flexibility. Don't be afraid to use props, you guys. It doesn't mean you're bad at it. It just means that you're really good. You actually know how to modify. And just feel the stretch wherever your body needs it. All right, now we're going to come back into tabletop so we can do the other side. All right, and when you're ready, you're going to bring the left foot up on the inside of the left hand, however you can get it up there. I have to guide mine. Again, the key here is that the knee is stacked directly over the ankle, that your weight is in the left front foot, okay? And you're going to feel that stretch right in here. Again, don't be afraid to use blocks. You can also use your leg if you need to. If you need to hold on to something, that works as well. All right, so I've got my blocks here and I'm just feeling that stretch. I'm leaning forward towards that. You just don't want to go over like this. You want to make sure that stays straight up and down the knee over the ankle. And just feel that stretch. Oh, yum. And then when you're ready, inhale. Hands in prayer, up to the sky, recognizing all of your blessings. You're here, you showed up today. You're a beautiful warrior. Inhale. And then exhale. Both hands are going to come down on the inside of your left foot. Again, if you can get down to the mat, great. You might only be on your fingertips. That works too. The key is that your arm and your leg are going to kind of meet and resist each other, and you're going to do lizard. So again, use blocks if you have to, books. I like to start out with 2 and just work my way down. I'm a little more flexible on this side. You're going to find that too in yoga. You'll have different strengths and weaknesses on your sides, and as you practice, they'll change and they'll get stronger. All right, and then on your next inhale, come back into tabletop, exhaling here, circling out the hips. All right, so we're going to do that again. This time we're going to do the half split. So bringing your right foot up to meet the right hand. Get your alignment right. Come on up however you can. And then this time we're going to do the half splits. Okay, blocks, really important here, or holding on to something. So you're going to extend the right foot, however that feels comfortable to you. You can also use blocks, holding on to something. But we're going to extend that right leg out. Be careful not to lock the knee, but you should feel that hamstring stretch along the right leg, and then flex your foot. You'll really feel it more. All right, we're going to take some deep breaths here. We all have really tight hamstrings, especially if you do a lot of sitting. Okay, inhale and come back into that lunge. And then back into tabletop. Bringing the right knee to meet the left. And then bring the left knee towards your chest. Left foot next to the left hand in the crescent again. And then working your way up, however that works for you. Grabbing some blocks, grabbing on. And we're going to extend the left leg and stretch out the hamstring. You want to make sure that your hips are kind of square to the front of your mat. Don't be doing this. Okay, try to keep them square if you can. And just feel that stretch along the back of the left leg, that hamstring. Ooh, feels so nice. Flex the left foot. Keep your back flat. And then take about 3 more breaths here. And then come back into tabletop. All right, we're going to talk about down dog. We're going to do our first down dog of the day. And it's really important that your hands are spread wide and that your index fingers are faced forward on the mat. And so we've been talking about stacking the joints, but now we're going to walk our hands a little bit forward. Okay. And we're going to curl the back of our toes under, making sure that your hands are very widespread. Your index fingers are facing the front. And then you're going to push down through your hands. Make sure your belly button is engaged. And you curl your toes. And you're going to come up into an upside down A, or an A, I guess, not upside down, an upside down B. And you should feel the energy from the palms of your hands into the back of these muscles called the lats. Tailbone is reaching up, belly button is to the spine. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. You could be here. You can also be here if that's more comfortable, if your wrists hurt. Okay, this is kind of like a puppy down dog. Whatever's comfortable. Keep your knees bent if you need to. And again, if you want to come back up on your And then you just want to reach the energy from the tailbone down to the heels. See if you can touch your heels down onto the mat. I cannot. Keeping your head just loose. And you're going to push with your palms of your hands through the tailbone to the sky. Feels so good. 3 more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, we're just going to walk the feet up to meet the hands. We're going to do a forward fold here, okay? So hang the head heavy, grab the elbows if you want, and just rock side to side. And then you're just going to slowly roll the vertebrae one at a time up to standing. Feels good, doesn't it? All right, so bringing your hands to heart center, standing. We're going to do some standing poses here, and then we'll get you guys down on the mat for the relaxation part. So I'd like to teach you guys tree. So if you have the balance, we're going to stand on one foot, okay? If you don't, you need to hold on to the wall, whatever, anyone can do this, okay? I did this in my back, even when I had back surgeries, so anybody can do this. So what you want to do is just go ahead and we're going to test it out first, okay? So bend your right knee and just keep your toe touching the mat. All right, if that feels good, you could bring it here to your ankle. All right, if that feels a little wobbly, then just go grab onto the wall. All right, so we're going to go here. Now, if you guys have the flexibility, you can bring the foot up above the knee. Make sure that the toes are not pressing on the knee joint itself. Again, heart center. You might want to focus on something. You're going to kind of press that foot in to the inner thigh, and then see if you can raise your hands up in praise, gratitude for this beautiful day that we've been given, this beautiful life. What are you going to do today to make it count? And then bring your hands back to heart center. Stepping that foot back down. Again, rooting into the earth. And we'll try the left foot again to see how you are. Right here is just as beautiful as an expression. Okay? But if you have the flexibility, you can go ahead and put that foot on the inside of the right thigh, bringing your hands to heart center. Remember to focus on the belly button to the spine. That'll really help you with your balance, okay? And then when you're ready, hands up in gratitude. Gratefulness is the antidote to anxiety. Did you know that? So if you're ever feeling anxious about something, just think about what you're grateful for. And then hands back to heart center. Giving yourself some love for showing up today. You did it. And now we're going to come down to the mat and get comfortable. So grab a blanket. You can get an eye mask, covering, a towel. You can use a pillow. I just want you in a supreme comfortable position as we close out this yoga practice with a beautiful relaxation. So I'll give you guys a minute to do that. You can climb in a recliner if you want, whatever is comfortable. Just go ahead and lay on your back like we did at the beginning of the practice. hands open wide to receive, or you can flip them down now if you feel like you need grounded. Just let the earth ground you. Cover up if you feel cold and close your eyes. And bring your attention to your breath. Now I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself in a beautiful place. It doesn't have to be a real place. It can be a beach, a forest. Maybe it's a sandy trail on a mountainside. Just imagine yourself doing something that you love, something that makes you smile. Notice the joy in your heart. Be grateful. Remember, as we go through this day and journey called life, we need to set each day with an intention, a direction for our life. A lot of times we talk about goals, and I love goals, but goals have an ending. Intentions never end. They create direction for us. So as we end this practice, I'd like you to think of one word that's going to be your intention today. And go out and share it with the whole world, whether it's in person or online. We all have the ability to bring joy to someone else in our life. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.